Hi guys, this is Shefali Banerji. I am a poet, a performer, and I also work as a copywriter in a digital marketing startup. Um, and I have been going through what everyone around the world has been going through in this time of self-isolation, where there's this overwhelming feeling of inadequateness and there's there's an overflow of anxiety in our lives. um, so in these times of working from home, we have always this nagging feeling of not being able to give our 100%, and then that's why we end up feeling guilty and beating ourselves up for not being our best selves. But it's actually very natural to not be able to be 100% productive in the middle of a global pandemic. It's completely fine and it's okay, because we are not robots, right? We are human beings and we have emotions and feelings, and this is a very confusing time for us because never before have we had to face this what do I say, this kind of crisis where we cannot even go out, where there's limitations to go out and do things which we would usually take for granted. And it's very interesting as well because before this time we were so wrapped up in the digital world, in this technologically evolving world, that we did not have time to catch up and we did not have time to maintain these human connections. But the moment there's this limitation that we cannot go out, we suddenly crave human touch, human connection, more of human interaction. We crave this choice of this freedom of going out, which is funny because a lot of times we used to cancel plans. In fact, we didn't like going out. We used to cancel plans like anything before this time. But I feel that this particular period is teaching us more about the human connection, about compassion, about kindness, about empathy, which I think we had begun to lose somewhere running that fast-paced race. So that's one thing. The other thing I have also noticed is that we have suddenly collectively become very creative in this time of crisis. We are turning to art or to hobbies, something we had left behind previously. And I think that's a really good thing because when we practice a certain art, it's like a form of expression. It's a personal expression of feelings. Say for example, writing to me. So whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling really burdened by everything and I'm feeling confused or anxious, I often turn to writing, because that's this one place where I can completely let out everything that's building up inside me, and it's a judgment-free zone, because that paper or my diary is not going to judge me, and I can let out everything, every frustration I feel in the form of a poem or a blog or a short story or whatever. And I feel that's true for a lot of other forms of art as well. Say if you paint or you play a musical instrument or you sing, it's a kind of relief from all the tension that builds up inside us, within us. So yeah, truly, art is a form of relief as well as self expression. And right now we're turning to art, and we are revisiting those creative spaces of our minds, and it's completely okay. So sometimes while working from home, during the day, you might feel like you want to write something, or you want to paint something, and you'll think that, oh, but I have this so much work pending from office, and you might not end up doing either of the things. Neither you'll end up not painting, and you'll also end up not doing the work efficiently. So I would suggest that, in the middle of the day, if you suddenly feel like you want to paint something, or you want to sing something, or you want to play something on your keyboard, guitar, whatever, I think you should do it, because right now we are living in a very confused state of mind. So it's very, what can I say, it's very normal to seek comfort in things that we like to do. So you can completely go back to your art, or whatever else you feel like in the middle of the day, and then I promise you that once you're done with that, you'll have this renewed energy to complete the work from office that is pending. So that way you're not only satisfying your soul and mind, but also, your brain, that you did what your heart wanted to do, and that's how you ended up doing what your brain wanted to do as well. So that, and I would also like to say, it's completely okay if you're not able to give your 100% right now, because no one should expect you to give your 100% in the middle of a global pandemic. That's crazy, and that's how society has become, where our value is associated with how productive we are. But it's completely fine if you want to take a break, if you want to do something else, if you are not feeling that energy to complete a certain task or do that work. It's completely fine, and there's nothing wrong with you. And sometimes you feel that you're not okay, and that's completely normal as well. Like, we cannot be all okay, all perfect every day, so it's okay to be not okay. And the rest, we can only hope that things do return back to, I won't say it would things would return back to how they were, but I would say that things would return to normal, and we would return back to normal with a brand new consciousness, where our focus would not be on productivity, but more on the human connection, on compassion, on kindness. And I think that's a beautiful thing to rediscover, that human connection, that bond that we all have together. So yeah, let's wait, let's see when we get that back. And this too shall pass, my dear, this too shall pass. Thank you.